crack this open to start this off.
Computers, gaming, retro gear, devices, tech reviews, and more. Geeking off with AnthWare.
I'm in love. So alright, why am I sitting here with some tools? An old Game Boy. Well, I picked this up at a sale for 12 bucks. And it's in pretty rough shape. I mean, it's dirty, it's missing a screw here. Screen is held on with tape. We're gonna fix that because we got a new replacement screen in here. What else? Some crappy batteries. It does have some issues, some games that came with it. It has some issues. It has no audio right now. I'm hoping that's gonna be a simple fix. As you can see here, screen has a line here. I don't know if you can see it, so that's another problem we're going to look into. And of course, we're going to clean it up because it is just gross. So the buttons seem to work just fine, so I'm not worried about that part. So I guess let's see what's wrong here. Turn that off. Alright, first of all, we need to clean this thing, so we're going to find the right screwdriver here. It'll fit in this thing. Okay, there we go. We got that out of there. All right, all screws loose in there. Okay, let's pull this cable out. And this is your cartridge holder where games snap into. Okay. Let's take a closer look. Let's look at these capacitors. As you can see, none of them look blown. Little ones are a little bulgy. Power adapter. And we're still getting close to that speaker. But here's what I discovered taking it apart since I did buy it. What's missing from it? What? I thought I could fix it hoping it was just a connection problem. But speakers completely gone. So whoever got into this before took the speaker out. Why? I do not know. So now it tells me I've got to be able to try to find a speaker for this thing now to be able to get the sound. Some oxidation on that. I do get sound through the headphones, so I don't know why somebody would take the speaker out unless they unless this was a parts machine that somebody else took all the used it for parts.
I've been watching you a while since you walked into my life Monday morning when first I heard you speak to me.
Alright, we got the main component out. I'm kind of disappointed that the speaker was ripped off from it. Don't know why somebody did that unless they parted this at one time. Now, as you can see here, I can see liquid deposit. Like this was submerged in water or something very sticky at one period in time. That's where our alcohol comes in, because we use the Q-tips to clean the circuitry.
Do you still believe that love can fall out from the sky? If from where you're standing you can see the sky above.
As you can see here, it's been burnt. How it got that bad, I don't know. It's nothing I can clean off. I know it works, so it's not a total loss here. Now for this part, I'm gonna have to get a little creative. Okay. Now we're cleaning the game cartridge area of it. This part is cleaned. So now we can move on to the others. These plastic rubbery parts and stuff I'm gonna put into a pile here. Buttons, of course the case. We're all gonna put them together here in a minute into a bin that's going to be washed with water. But we need to remove all metal parts first. Look how bad this is. This has seen a lot of battery corrosion in its time. Very sticky. This metal cage is next. So there's all the plastic parts there. Do you even want to know what that is? There, that's about the best I'm gonna get it. So, keep dust from it, lay it upside down. Alright, now we got these metal components to clean. So I'll just clean them with the alcohol and this paper towel. Clean the battery contents. Ooh, look at that. Okay, now that that process is done and we got these parts cleaned up, we are now ready to clean the plastic parts, and we'll show you how to do that in a second. Now what we're going to do, plug the drain. We got our Game Boy parts. We need to get this water hot. Get that water nice and hot. We got ourselves some dirty stuff, dirty jobs. I'm gonna spray that in the water. And now I'm gonna put some dish soap. Spray the Game Boy goods with a lot of this dirty jobs and just dump it in.
I'll be
got some plastic parts up on the wash. They're drying out now. So I'll let this dry out, and next we're gonna replace the speaker and screen. Okay, got everything all cleaned up, but I'm trying to find a speaker replacement. Since I can't, I got this old PSP here, which I'm gonna use for other projects. I'm gonna see if I can do something with the LCD with the Raspberry Pi. And where did I put it? This D-pad mechanism I want to put in my wife's PSP and see if it'll work to help fix with her D-pad problems. But this speaker, of course, is way tinier. I'm going to try to see if I can attempt to solder it into this Game Boy mechanism. But as you can see, the solder joints haven't been touched, but the wires were pulled from the speaker. I'm not sure which one's the positive or negative leads yet, but I'm going to do some research on that and see what I can do to get these little teeny wires in there. And they are teeny. Very teeny. So I'm gonna do some research and see. I don't think anybody's ever put a PSP speaker into a Game Boy. As you can see here, the original Game Boy is much bigger, and I'm gonna try to get this to somehow mount in here. So yeah, this Game Boy is going to be running on PSP parts, but this should be interesting. I don't even know how the heck I'm going to strip that. That wire is so thin. I'm going to have to like maybe burn it with a lighter. I don't know yet. I guess if I screw up on this one, I still have another speaker in the PSP to work with, but this is going to be interesting. I'll update you when I have figured out what I can do. Could always take the speaker out of my phone. But yeah. PS speaker and a Game Boy. Can I do it? I have no clue. It's worth a try. What I'm going to attempt to do is get this hot soldering iron and get the old solders out. And from what I understand from research, it doesn't matter which one you put the wire into. I think I'm going to do speaker one as what I think is positive. Okay. Cut the wires in. Now I'm going to attempt to solder them. Okay. And now I have the PSP speaker soldered to a Game Boy. So I guess now we can start assembling things and see what the moment of truth is and see if this works. So, well, when putting this back in, you got a kick out of this one. No screw, do not screw here. But for any of you in future reference, the screws, the copper ones, and you put them in these ones that have circles around them when putting it back together. Now, my next mission is somehow to try to figure out how I'm going to mount this little speaker in here, because I've got to find a way to hold it down so it doesn't shake and rattle inside the Game Boy when in use. So, okay, so what I decided is to use the PSP warranty void sticker and another sticker from the PSP to hold it in. That's quite innovative. PSP warranty void sticker inside of a Game Boy. Well, I got it some way, somewhat put together. I haven't tied any of the screws or put this shield back in yet. But I just wanted to at least see if the moment of truth is going to work with a PSP speaker and a Game Boy. Let's hit the power switch. Okay. Powered on. It made sound. It's making sound from a PSP speaker. Let's try the volume. It's not very loud compared to the original, but you hear it. An 8-bit Game Boy running off an old PSP speaker. I need to do a button test here. Let's see. Okay, I'm not sure. Let's see if we can get it to... I'm not sure if the buttons work, but I want to test them. Okay, buttons are working. Left and right, up and down. Perfect. So alright, I'm going to try to button things up here and we'll get the screen replacement on. Can't believe I got an old school Game Boy to work with PSP speakers. It can be done. Alright, I have got this thing back together. Now, the grand finale. What originally started this project was just replacing the screen, turned into all of this. So, let's go ahead and install the new screen. There we go. Now have working Game Boy. Working Game Boy with sound. Okay, there we go. Good old days when screens were hard to see. I mean, I could see it with my own eyes. The camera's just having its time with it. Everything works. Almost like new, but I now officially have a restored Game Boy. Wow, that was really cool. So there you go, guys. A working Game Boy with PSP speakers. That's how we roll when AnthWare is in the IT business. Yeah. So anyways, this is Anthony from AnthWare.com, and from this time and every time on, folks, keep on clicking, and we will see you in the next episode. Still have the screen protector on there, but I'll take it off, maybe. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it on there since all this work I put into it. But yeah, this time, every time on, folks. Keep on gaming and clicking.